Initiate phase 1. Power up the base cannon. Fire.
Then she's going to swing 2, 3 collect, and she starts what? Low. This is her pre-flight. Arms help you explode up and do what? What's that? Wait. Sorry.
If I do time, then who would really write me? I stay on y'all mind, but oh, I think they like me. Plain pair of sneaks with a designer belt. Please watch your step, cause I'm feeling myself. Throw a flag on the plate, man, somebody get the ref. Blah, blah, la, 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 la. Man, somebody get some help. Pull up on the block. Hit the quad, hit the quad, hit the quad, hit the quad. I said get down low and swing your arm.
Jalen, she scared the Richmond Hill girls.
She put a ball in her hoodie and like put her hair over it.
Richmond Hill girls came out of the bathroom and it scared them, and they both dropped to the floor
laughing.
This was funniest
That was
thing.
so funny.
Probably the bus rides would be the most like funniest.
Jalen's songs on the bus there. Probably Jalen making up her songs and then singing them on the bus.
Please don't sing this song.
I'll never forget whenever we sat in the dorms at Wofford and we just ate like three dozen boxes of donuts.
Our camp, what was it? Our camp, not our camp.
Our like leader like went and got us like 3 dozen.
And her name was Elise. Oh, she was wonderful. And she said, "All right, well, I'm gonna give you guys 3 dozen Krispy Kreme donuts. 3 dozen Krispy Kreme donuts. Let me tell you, I ate 8 of them. It was wonderful.
It was so good.
And we had a gallon of milk.
It was right after we played too. Then we had to get up early.
It was heaven on earth.
It was
especially
good.
so far away from home.
It was good.
Shakira farted on chocolate.
It was Jalen.
Camden, yeah. I don't think it was necessarily the match that was good, but the fact that we beat them was good because they got
The match with South. We beat South the first match.
That was a good game.
When we took the first game from South when we played at Richmond Hill and we beat it, it was like 25-21. So it was clearly, it wasn't like a back and forth. It was like we were there and we came down, we came to win. And then
my most amazing match was like personal, and it was getting the chance to play libero.
Coach Brittany was always there to push me. She supported me. I mean, she's an amazing coach. I love her to death. And she's just, I mean, sometimes she'll get mad at you. She's a really nice coach. And she would just keep on pushing you and pushing you and pushing you just for you to do your best.
Our coaches are great. They always push us to our, like, very limit.
To strive to our potential.
Yeah, we love them.
they're fun. I love Brittany. Brittany's fun.
And Coach Duke is like a second mom to us.
Yeah.
and treats us like her kids.
They always want us to like try hard, even if we don't, get exactly what we're learning. Then they always want us to try harder.
Coach Brittany being new, she really helped us out with all that she came from, like club
Yeah, all
and
of her
college.
knowledge.
We have Miss Brittany now. I think that she's one of the most knowledgeable people we have. I feel like she knows what she's talking about, and I can, like, if she tells me to fix something, I can trust what she's saying.
She can actually like show us what we're doing wrong.
We have to play as a team. We can't play individually. We have to play as a team.
And helping each other when we're having an awful time or we're like somebody's just having some trouble and we're there to pick them up.
And having energy throughout the whole game. We can't just like have a lot of energy then drop down the second game. We had to keep our energy up the whole game, throughout the whole match. Like Maddie, every time I question like, do I get that ball or do I get this ball? Do you want me to cover you? She'll always tell me where to go, what I'm supposed to do.
The hardest thing for me to learn was like diving on the floor and probably like working as a team and being a team player, because like it's not always all about you. You have to do what's best for the team.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of hard to learn how to dive, especially when you're not used to like constantly going in contact with the floor. You know what I mean?
Probably our coaches.
Yeah.
And just
The
support
older
from all of the team members.
The older players. So, like in volleyball, you have 3 hits, and I mean it doesn't have to be one person hit it, then the setter hits it, and that same person that hit it the first time won. It works better when you split it up, so it just shows that like everybody has something to provide for the team at all times. So,
Yeah, I agree. And also, like, I've had to learn patience because not always do you have, like, a good day and you get frustrated with people. So you have to learn to love everyone, even though you might not like them at some points.
you don't have to like them, but you have to love them, and that's just what you learn about being on a team.
Yep.
I don't work well in teams, and every single year I have to get back in that working with people, and that always is a good mindset to put myself in, that I'm not the only person on the team.
Patience.
Yes.
Everybody's not going to get it as quick as you get it, so you have to like learn to.
Because I get everything instantly, and I'm always good at it instantly. So when everyone else, they're not as amazing as I am, I guess. That really just, but I have to learn to hold all that in.
I can't go. I have practice when you can't go to something.
Oh yeah, your social life. You know, sometimes
Or
it's not
like
just social life.
look at my knees. People are always like that. They play volleyball because they're all like scratched and bruised up.
Yes, and like I use Jergens, and it's like a tanning lotion or something. And like just from volleyball, it makes my knees super white and my legs like chestnut brown. And it's embarrassing to walk into school with chestnut brown and white knees.
All of my coaches in general. There's like not one specific coach, but yeah, coaches.
I think Peyton. I'd like to think Peyton. I like Peyton a lot, and she's a really good volleyball player, and I look up to her a lot. I don't say that about anyone, but I do look up to Peyton.
Probably for me, it would be Coach Duke because she's pushed me to my limits.
I'd have to agree, because Coach Duke is what got me started in volleyball. It was kind of a thing I just did in 8th grade just because I'd done it every summer at Clark Hill. And then when I made varsity, it really showed that like I could do this. And then I dropped everything. Like this past year, I quit soccer, and which is something I played my whole life. And it's crazy just thinking that I just dropped everything just for the sport because I love it so much. And then it all started with Coach Duke, honestly.
All right, ladies. They've taken a couple games from some people in the region, okay? So we have to come out, we have to play our game, we have to come out with full-on energy in this game right off the bat, okay? We play Bradwell after this. Everything we have to do it. What we've talked about, guys, you guys have to do it. Nobody else can do it for you, okay? We are gonna run with our starting lineup to start, 6, 0, 0, 3, 5, 10, and 12. I switched 3 and 12, okay? So she's starting up, you're starting back, you'll come out. All right, just so we have more hitting options. Let's run a 6-2 for right now. We can change it at any time, anything we need to do, okay? A couple big hitters, guys, on their side. It looks like 15. She's hitting right side. Number 3 is their big Tessa outside. let's start off by blocking cross. So it looked like she was hitting cross, 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 okay? Let's make her hit line right away, okay? Also, the middles, they're swiping. The middles are just swiping the ball, okay? So go up on them, but right and left back defense, you have got to stay at your base, because if they're gonna swipe, that's how they're gonna score their points, okay? Also, it looks like they're running a 3, so middle stay and then go over, all right? And we'll cheat if it continues to be a problem, okay? Let's get excited out there, guys. Let's be excited to play this team. We have got to beat them. It's a region game. We need this game, okay? You guys can do this. Let's go. Let's come together as a team and bring it. Let's go.
Rebels on 3! 1, 2, 3,
Rebels! It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Give me all you got, don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love is too hot. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love is too hot. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love is too hot. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along.
The game went very, very well, except for I think we played hard. I think that there was some bad communication, but next time I know we'll do better. And I'm just appreciative of how hard everybody worked, and I think we did good.
We played. Are you starting to say how we played?
The first game we did, it was, I guess the nerves got the best of us, but we played pretty good as a team. And then the second game we played against Richmond Hill, it It was a pretty good game. It was a pretty boss game.
You can say who we played.
There you go.
Our best play is usually we let him in the back row, and we had our biggest hitter, Maddie Weiss, hitting up there. And our tournament of the game is probably near the ending moments, like the last points, where we really get fired up and we really want to win the game.
We played Bradwell High School.
And we didn't do so good, but we're working on it.
We didn't do so good. I thought we did pretty well. We had some good plays, but we also had some really bad plays.
We have room for improvement, definitely, but I think we'll get there.
We played Glenn the first game, and I think that nerves got the better of us and everyone else. You can't see them, but they agree with me. Our passing was absolutely awful, but in our game against Richmond Hill, we really brought it up. We won against them. We went to 3 games. It was really, really good and really, really intense. And I broke a girl's nail, and I busted my fingers up, and it was really good. And I'm really proud of everyone, and I can't wait to do another game.
Just have fun. It's not all about winning. As long as you have fun while you're doing it, I think that's the most important part about volleyball.
I would say just push everybody their hardest and support them, be there for anything they need.
Just to push yourself, because I think back and I'm like, why did I never work? Why didn't I never push myself to be better? Like, I've always been just so okay with being good, and I never wanted to be great until this year. Now it's kind of
Too late.
yeah, it's too late. And I look back and I'm like, dang, I missed out on so much. So many camps I could have gone to, so many. I mean, I've never even had volleyball shoes. And I think this year is the only year I've ever even thought about it. And I wish that I could just have gotten every experience that I could have. So if I could say one thing to that little girl, it would be play volleyball and play it. Really play it.
Just never give up and just believe that the dreams you make are realistic. They're not, say, becoming a doctor, becoming the top doctor in the world. Like, that's not unrealistic. I think if you work hard and strive for what you want to be, you can do it no matter what.
My dad's always supported me in sports, and for volleyball, he always wishes me good luck. He'll leave for work early in the morning. He won't come back until late at night, so he can't really be there for all of my games. And he would always text me. He'd be like, good luck at your game, and he'll make sure I have everything. And then for my home games, he'll come and he'll cheer me on. And then when I come home from practice, he'll be like, how was your practice? And he's just always there and if I'm having a bad practice, he'll be like, yeah, I'll just do better next time, you know. And he told me this once. He said, big mistakes become greater success. And that's just like really motivated me. And the game, the day after the game that we played, I played amazing on that game. I got a lot of kills. My mom, all mothers, make sure you have all your spandex, make sure you have all your clothes, all this and that, shoes, bag, everything, and you got enough to eat, you got this, you got that, and it's like, yes, I do. But she pushes me to do my best and to become a better person and to become a leader. I love both of them equally.
My mom, she always pushes me hard. Before every game, she says, play your heart out. Don't let a ball touch the floor. And then she, of course, like Evie, she makes sure I have everything, my spandex, my jersey, because I always forget everything. I mean, everything. I always forget. Yeah. My shoes, my knee pads. She always makes sure I bring everything to school for volleyball. My dad, I'm really close to my dad too. Like, after practice, we go home, and then he'll push me harder. He'll take me out and be like, let's go practice. Then he'll throw balls at me, spike them at me, make sure so I can get better and better every time I play. And my sister, whenever I get home like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, she'll be there, she'll iron my uniform, she'll pack my lunch.
Well, personally, not all of my parents have been able to come to all of my games, but just to see like my mom coming to my games was really important to me because, you know, I look up to my mom for a lot of things. And sometimes seeing my dad, I guess I like seeing my dad at games too, but it just made me feel like I was supported. I mean, I knew I was in the first place, but just more supported.
It means a lot because my parents have always been there for me,
And like anything me and my sister want to do, they're supporting us. And like we don't tell them enough how much we appreciate them and how much they do for us. It means a lot.
My mom's always there helping out. You can always see her in the stands or doing the score.
Yeah, I think seeing them at your games in the stands helps a lot. Like knowing that they're there for support, and just whenever you need anything, if you need some water, if you need, you know, words of encouragement, they're there for you.
My parents play a big part in everything I do, not just volleyball, like my academics and everything, and they've always pushed me to be my best, and even beyond that, stuff that I never thought I could ever do. And my parents, they don't just come to our home games, they come to away games, like farthest it will be, if they can make it, like they're gonna come, they'll drop their work schedules and stuff, and it means a lot to have them supporting me in the bleachers, and even whenever I don't get to play, I know they're still supporting me, and it really means a lot.
My dad has been at a lot of my games this year, and I feel like he's probably my biggest fan that's out there, and I really appreciate him being there for that. And I know that I push myself to be better, so when he watches me, I can prove to him, not necessarily prove to him, but I can show him what I can do.
I would have to say my dad too, because he's at all of my games. He'll record and show me what I'm doing wrong when I get home. He's a big motivator. He pushes me a lot in every section. He may not know a lot about volleyball, but he knows the little things to where he can correct me.
My parents have supported me a lot. Like ever since I started, I wanted to do so many things, and they were always right behind me. So when I started soccer, they were like, "Okay, that's it." And I mean, every weekend. I mean, middle school, I don't think I ever had a free weekend ever. I mean, not because I was playing club soccer, and it was just, and they loved it. They loved being on the road and coming and watching me play. And my mom's at every game, my dad's at every game he can make it to, and that's okay with me, because I love when my dad and my mom come and watch me play, because it makes me feel better, because I get to see like how much I've improved and how all their money that has been on volleyball and stuff, just where it's all paid off. And I think, and it's not just, they don't just support me in sports, they support me in like all this stuff and like all other stuff. They teach me lessons, and my grandparents, that's another thing.
Yeah.
My grandparents support me a lot.
Yeah,
my Grammy is like in her 90s, like it's crazy, and she comes and walks up the bleachers that she can, and like she'll sit there and cheer me on, hug me, kiss me after every single game. And my Bambi's the same way, and so is my Mimi and my Papa.
I think like as a team in general, we have really supportive parents. And like Sarah Lynn's grandma, she can't even walk. She's in a wheelchair, and she
sits in the corner every single game.
So
it's just
it's a blessing that we had that in our team.
I agree.
The question remains, where is the line between everything that I have to give and everything that is mine to claim? The questions remain from whatever time is left. Where is the time best spent, and where is it spent in vain? I ask myself, if nothing good comes easy, what will you give for amazing? I know whatever it's taking, I'll give it all, I'll give my all. If nothing good comes easy, what would you give for amazing? I know whatever it's taking, I'll give my all, and then more, and then more. For amazing, I'll give my all. What will you give for amazing? I know whatever it's taking, I'll give it all. I'll give my all.